Curious about the new bill that has recently passed in Korea to regulate minors in the K-pop industry? Well, you've come to the right place. For years, the K-pop industry has been known for debuting young idols, with some starting their careers as early as 13 years old. And naturally, this has sparked concerns for both local and global fans about the exploitation and mistreatment of underage stars in the industry, with fans pointing their favorite stars' education, extreme working conditions, and the ongoing sexualization of minors. The government was forced to respond, finally passing the brand new law that tries to regulate minors in the K-pop industry rather than outright banning underage performers. After years of discussion, the fact that the government is finally passing a law in Korea to regulate minors in K-pop has become a major topic of discussion among K-pop fans and industry professionals alike. With the increased scrutiny of the industry's treatment of minors, this bill has the potential to bring significant changes to the way the K-pop world operates. In this video, we'll delve into the specifics of the new law and what it could mean for the future of the industry. So, should minors be allowed to debut in K-pop at all? And if they do, what sort of regulations should be put in place to create a healthier industry for all the young K-pop idols lining up to debut on Korea's stages? Let's dive right into these fascinating and hotly debated topics. So, to explain simply, the Korean government recently passed a bill called the Popular Culture and Arts Industry Development Act, or the Lee Seung-gi Crisis Prevention Act, named after last year's case where it was revealed that popular singer and actor Lee Seung-gi had been struck in a slave contract for over 18 years, during which time he was not being paid for his music. Basically, one of the main purposes of the bill is to prevent K-pop stars from getting trapped in exploitative contracts by enforcing financial transparency by K-pop entertainment companies. But the law also has some other specific rules when it comes to minors in the industry. For one, according to the new legislation, K-pop stars under the age of 15 can no longer work more than 35 hours per week, and there are new regulations that limit the emphasis placed on their physical appearance. Before, those under 15 could work up to 35 hours a week, and stars over 15 could work up to 40 hours per week. But now, everyone under 12 can work up to 25 hours a week, up to 6 hours a day. 12 to 15-year-olds can work up to 30 hours a week. Meanwhile, those over 15 can work up to 35 hours a week. But both age groups are limited to 7 hours a day. Another important point is that the act prohibits any infringement of underage entertainers' rights to education by forcing them to be absent from or drop out of school. Although it should be mentioned that the majority of K-pop idols attend K-pop schools, or one of Seoul's several prestigious art high schools, which have flexible schedules and curriculums that make school easier for idols and trainees. The South Korean amendment also forbids any acts that may threaten the health and safety of minors, including imposing an overemphasis on physical appearance upon the children. This includes emphasizing their weight, sexualizing the idols, etc. Until now, the mainstream media's intense scrutiny over the weight and physical appearance of minor K-pop idols has had a detrimental effect on their mental health. Many young idols have reported feeling immense pressure to maintain a certain weight and appearance, leading to disordered eating habits and body dysmorphia. In some cases, they have even resorted to extreme measures, such as crash dieting and cosmetic surgery to meet these unrealistic beauty standards. A recent example of this can be seen in the K-pop group IVE, in which two of other Asian teenage members, Liz and Wonyoung, have been hounded by weight headlines since the media, with the media accusing Liz of being too heavy and Wonyoung of being too light, despite the fact that until a few months ago Wonyoung was a minor and Liz has yet to hit her 18th birthday. Absolutely disgusting behavior. Assault, abusive language, and sexual harassment are among the other prohibitions listed in the Act. Plus, pop culture and arts businesses are now mandated to have a designated person in charge of youth protection who will help to guarantee the human rights of young entertainers. This amendment will abolish the industry absurd practices behind the development of K content and provide an environment where children and youth pop culture artists can pursue their dreams while protecting their human rights, said the Minister of Culture, Sports, and Tourism, Park Pak-bo-yeon. This new bill has been hailed as a step in the right direction in protecting the well-being of young artists in the K-pop industry, as the law also includes provisions to protect young artists from being exploited by their management companies. In recent years, there have been numerous reports of K-pop stars facing mistreatment and abuse at the hands of their management companies, including cases of forced labor and sexual harassment. One of the biggest examples being the abuse case that the members of Omega X brought against their now former management company at the end of last year. Although the members of Omega X are all legal adults, the details in the lawsuit reveal the widespread physical and sexual abuse that the members faced as minors across several entertainment companies. While the new bill is definitely a step in the right direction, we all need to remember that it's not the end-all be-all solution. Although the law addresses issues such as limiting work hours and preventing an emphasis on physical appearance, more can still be done to make sure that young idols are protected and their well-being is prioritized. For example, by enforcing stricter industry regulations and implementing stronger protections for young artists. But in the end, the fact that the bill was passed shows that there is progress being made in the K-pop industry's attitude towards the treatment of young performers. For context, the K-pop industry has always been known for its intense competition and rigorous training programs, with thousands of young K-pop stars facing grueling schedules of practicing, rehearsing, and performing, often leading to physical and mental exhaustion. What's more, the pressure to maintain a certain physical appearance and image can also be overwhelming for young artists, leading to unhealthy behaviors and body image issues during the training process. This system of underage trainees becoming idols has been going on in K-pop for over 2 decades, with Boa's debut at the age of 13 under SM Entertainment, marking the somewhat start of companies to actively seek out talented children to train them to become idols. In the years since, the industry has maintained a consistent pattern of debuting idols in their mid to late teens, often emphasizing the fresh and youthful image that all young idols can bring. The list of groups that debuted with all minor members includes some of K-pop's most iconic names, such as TVXQ, the Wonder Girls, and Teen Top. While the debate about minors in K-pop has always been fiercely argued, with Korean fans generally accepting it and global fans generally against the practice, the recent debut of New Jeans by HYBE labels has blown up the conversation about the problematic aspects of this trend, especially after the release of the controversial song Cookie. Since their debut, the members of New Jeans have taken over the world with their Y2K aesthetic, addictive beats, and incredible stages. In particular, New Jeans have grown popular for their carefully crafted image, which is attributed to their influential creative director Min Hee-jin, who led the group's development as the head of their label Adore, a subsidiary of BTS's company HYBE Corporations. Former creative director at SM, Min is famous for her keen visual sense and innovative storytelling. Often drawing inspiration from different representations of femininity, New Jeans is no exception, as the group markets itself through the members' youth and freshness. Although this aesthetic has been highly successful for the group, Min Hee-jin has faced backlash after the group's debut with their song Cookie, which was criticized by mostly Western fans for its sexually suggestive lyrics, with fans pointing out that the word cookie could be interpreted as a euphemism, leading to concerns about the sexualization of teenage girls in the industry. While the company and Korean fans argued that the song simply referred to baking CDs and was completely innocent, the whole New Jeans situation brought up an important issue in the K-pop industry: the sexualization of underage performers, with some saying that their lyrics are just art and shouldn't be taken so seriously, and others arguing that it's just another example of the larger problem of treating young girls, and especially but not exclusively underage girls, as objects for male consumption. This is just one of the many problems in the K-pop industry that needs to be addressed. While the recent bill is a good start, we as fans need to keep talking about the problematic aspects of the industry and push for real change to ensure that artists are being treated fairly. It should be mentioned that the US also has labor laws in place to protect child performers, but productions have been known to bypass these laws by hiring on-set teachers to replace typical in-school education, among other loopholes. Furthermore, Hollywood and the American music industry has also long faced accusation of sexualizing minors. This is a global problem that is simply highlighted in Korea because of how systematic the industry runs. In conclusion, the new bill passed in Korea marks an important step towards improving the well-being of underage idols in the K-pop industry, and while it does not completely ban companies from debuting minors, it does set regulations to protect them from overwork and exploitation. Ultimately, it's nice to see that the Korean government and the entertainment industry are taking steps towards creating a safer and healthier environment for young idols to pursue their dreams, and for one, hope that this is just the start of even more positive changes for the K-pop industry. Thank you for watching. What do you think about the debate? Do you think that there's a way underage minors can debut in K-pop, or should the entire practice be banned completely? Leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments below, and while you're at it, please like and subscribe to support this channel.